first step in the actual drafting is to create a simple rectangle. But I will start by drawing my vertical and horizontal line in preparation of creating a rectangle as we go. The horizontal line width should be your total hip measurement divided by 2. Vertical line should be the full length of your skirt, meaning distance from waist to hemline. I will move further to label my horizontal line waist line. My vertical line will be labeled center front. At my top line, which I call waistline, I will divide my total hip measurement into 2. My hip measurement is 96. 96 divided by 2 is 48. So let's place 48 on that line. Mark some more dots in order to get a straight line. From waistline, we square down to hemline. A rectangle is taking place. I label the down part hemline and the other end of my rectangle center back. Waistline, find the midpoint of center back and center front. At the midpoint mark, square down from waistline to hemline, dividing a rectangle into 2 equal parts. This center line is now known as side seam line. So do well to label that cell after drawing your straight line. So now let's find our hip height, which is simply put the distance from your waist to hip line. Mine is 20 centimeters, but do well to take your own measurement because no two body is the same. So mark as you see me do and then square across to form a straight line and label this line hip line. To establish our waist measurement, we are going to work with a simple formula, which is waist total circumference divided by 4 plus 3 centimeters for that volume. So that means for me, my waist is 70 centimeters. So 70 centimeters divided by 4 gives me 17.5 centimeters. 17.5 centimeters plus 3 centimeters equals to 20.5 centimeters. So we're not going to forget our 1 centimeters is allowance. So when we add that to our 20.5, we arrive at 21.5. So this is now our new waist measurement. So now impute your new waist on the waist line. So connect dot from waistline to hip line. Next is we'll find our dart placement. Simply divide your nipple to nipple measurement into 2. Mark that from center front toward side seam line. So for me that is 10 centimeters. Dart height. This is the total length of your front dart. So formula is waist to hip measurement divided by 2. That is 20 centimeters divided by 2 equals to 10 centimeters. So that is what we'll be marking at that point there. So remember our 3 centimeters we had from the waist calculation. So spread your 3 centimeters dart volume on the dart height line and create your beautiful dart leg. That means spread 1.5 on one side and 1.5 on the other side of the line. So connect those lines together and form a beautiful dart leg. So from center back towards side seam, mark the same 21 point 5 centimeters as we did at the front and connect the dot also to the hip line. For that placement, we will do things a bit different. We will find the midpoint of our already established waistline and use that as a dart placement measurement. So for the back dart leg, formula is 2/3 of hip height. That is the distance from waist to hip, which is 20 centimeters, sorry. So 20 times 2 equals to 40. 40 divided by 3 equals to 13.3 centimeters. We can do that all over again. So 20 centimeters times 2 equals to 40 centimeters. 40 divided by 3 equals to 13.3. So that is the number we will be placing on that line to form our dart height at the back part of the pattern. So at the back, we'll be doing things differently. Remember the 3 we had at the front? Now we are going to spread 1 and 1 being 2 centimeters at that point and not 3. And then we connect it to form a beautiful dart. Then the extra 1 centimeters will bring it to the center back line towards the side seam and then reduce 1 centimeter from that point to give us a perfect back side when we are making our zipper. That means it will not be gapping at the back there and everything will be beautiful. So if your pattern looks like this at this point, this is beautiful. But if you finish making this dress, your garment will not be a pencil skirt, it will be called a straight skirt. So if you're like me and want to do things differently, you take the number you got from your hemline, which mine is 66 centimeters, and then divide it into 2, and then that gives me 16.5. So I mark my 16.5 at that hemline and then connect the line from there to my hip line and then smoothen that part with my curve ruler. So at that other part of the center back part, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to find the midpoint of my hemline at the back part and divide that into 2. So we are going to divide the 16.5 we had at the front into 2, which is 8.25, and spread it at that midpoint dot. So just follow me and do as I do, and then connect that to the hip line. And do the same thing at the center back line. At the end of the day, we want to be able to walk and not jump around in a narrow skirt, hence room for vent. So for this, mark 20 centimeters from hemline toward waistline. At the top of the 20 centimeters, veer out 4 centimeters. Do same at hemline and connect to form a perfect vent or back opening. So thank you so much for staying with us. We love you and hope to see you in the next. So see you guys. I hope you learned something today. Thank you and have fun.